Hello everybody. So through this session we will continue with our chapter Miss Bill the Otter. This is our second part of Miss Bill the Otter. So in our first part we saw that Gavin Maxwell is having uh, an otter as a pet, and he told us about various games it used to play. So he was in Basra only and enjoyed the days passed very peacefully at Basra, but then continuously he was dreaded with the prospect of transporting maize. Dreaded with the prospect means he was completely, continuously afraid about the thought of transporting maize to England. All in all, he had to go to England back only. How long could he stay in Iraq? So he was continuously troubled by the thought. However, he knew that British Airlines would not allow any animal to. That's why he just first of all booked a ticket from Iraq to Paris only, and from there, from Paris to England, he decided to go by another flight. However, this flight also insisted that otter should be packed into a box of 18 inches and not more than that, and that he has to carry that near his feet only all the while, and he has to continuously observe that so that he should not create any trouble for the other passengers. So he had a box made of that particular size, 18 inches size, and before an hour only he put otter maize into the box so that it could get habitual of accustomed to the box, and then he went to take food only. So when he came back after finishing his meal, what he saw that a horrible sight was there waiting for him, and although there was a complete silence when he came back, but from the air holes and from the chinks there were blood stains. And when as he just opened the lid of the box, what did he find? That he found that Amiz was trying to tear the lining of the box, and it had tried also, and in that it had hurt itself, so it was all in blood. The blood was dried also, and then as he just it got afraid into that little box, and as when he came back he just opened the last all those things also, so it just came out and just at the leg of the author, caught at its leg also. So when finally he rescued, he took him out of the box. It was just 10 minutes were left for the flight, and then he just hurried out of the house only, putting Miz into the box and covering the lid with his hand only, and he sat into the car. So he along with Miz sat at the back of the car, and the driver tore through the streets. Tore through the street means he very rashly drove through the streets of Basra directly to the airport. However, when he reached the airport, the time was already due there, and the aircraft officials, they were infuriated. They were already angry. They were waiting for him only. So finally, he got into the airplane, and thankfully, his seat was at the front only. So he just put the maize there at his feet only, on some newspaper cutting coverings only. He first of all spread that on the floor, and then he just handed over some fish parcel which he has brought for Miz on the way journey. And he said that he told the the air hostess about what has happened half an hour ago only. He everything told what happened to the pet, his pet only, what kind of trouble it was facing. So the lady air hostess, she understood everything, and she cooperated, and she advised him that he could even keep the pet Miss on his lap, on his knees also. So he was so much thankful also to her Maxwell even remembered, and he said that the air hostess was the very queen of her kind, and means she was so beautiful. Beautiful not by her appearance only, just because of her behavior. She was so nice to him as she understood his condition, and she was so much ready to cooperate with him, and that's why he said that he was ready to kiss her hand in a depth of the gratitude towards her, thankfulness towards her. However, as author Gavin Maxwell was thinking about all this only, and he was quite relaxed only. He did not know about what will happen next. That all of a sudden, as he was preparing only to take Ms. or it came out of the back the box only, and it all of a sudden it disappeared also, and he was able to see it stare only through the seats only. So as the otter moved through the seat, through under the seats only, there were cries and shrieks of the people, passengers, and they were shouting like it as if it was a rat. Somebody was crying for that it's a rat only, and some other are just making guesses only. So Gavin also tried to catch it, try to hold it, but then as otters used to be, they used to be so very much fast, so it was not able to be caught. So the air hostess advised again him that he should sit at the seat only, and that she would try to catch him for him. But then as again and again he was trying to see, craning his you can say his neck just to see up whether it was caught or not. But then after some time only he found that there were just cries at his feet only, cries or chitterings of recognition at his feet only. It has come back to its master only. It has come back to Gavin Maxwell, and so he took him back there. It all of a sudden it jumped to the knees, to the lap of the author Gavin Maxwell, and it started rubbing itself around his face and his neck lovingly, as if he just saw all these people, all of a sudden so much crowd there. So we can see that the animals put into different environment, they also get afraid by that. So finally, after this eventful journey, adventurous journey, Gavin Maxwell reached along with the otter to London only, where he has a flat also. So in London, the Miss and Gavin Maxwell, lived nearly for a month only, and after that they shifted to Camusferina, so, Scotland only. So Maxwell told us that there in London, where he used to play, Otter used to play with the toys only, like ping pong balls, marbles, rubber fruit, and terpene shell which used to get in water only, which he had brought back from Iraq only, from its native place only. So it was Otter was quite attached to that also. And this ping pong ball, Otter has invented a game of its own only. It used to just get busy with that ping pong ball for half an hour, continuously playing with that, keeping that on the suitcase, which was a little bit damaged only, which was with a slope only, and keeping it a higher edge, and then finding it rolling to the lower edge, and then just quickly running to the other side and just catching it. So it had invented a new game for itself, and it used to be busy with that for a long time. Further, Gavin Maxwell told that it treated Otter just as another pet only, like earlier he had a dog also. So he used to take him out for walking also, for exercise also, for daily routine only. And Miz also had developed some compulsive habits, compulsive, which we can say unknowingly we used to do, and we are unable to improve them, or we are unable to tend them. We used to unknowingly do them. Such habits, first of all, he talk about the habits of the kids only. As kids going to school, on the way they used to just touch anything, or they used to play on the way daily going home or coming to school. They used to do the same things on the way, just kicking something or just touching something. That's something like that. And in that way only, Miz also had just developed such few incompulsive habits on the way of for his daily routine walkings. So Gavin Maxwell said that opposite to his flat there was a single story primary school. So while they used to go for a walk, so not while going out, but while coming back, Otter used to just jump over to the 2 feet high railing of the school, and then it used to walk all 30-yard distance of that railing while coming back home, while coming back to flat only. So such type of habits it has developed. Further, Gavin Maxwell told us that definitely animal like otters were not uh, for the people of London only. They have not seen such animals and they were not acquainted with such animals. So when they saw otter there, they made many guesses, and he was talking about hilarious about what guesses they thought and what guesses they made about on seeing the otter. First of all, Gavin Maxwell told us that these otters, they belong to the small species of animals. What these are called mustelines actually, and shared by badger, mongoose, weasel, stoat, mink, and others. But the kind of guesses were made by learners that was totally hilarious. So whenever he used to take Otter out, he used to face barrel of questions. Means many of the questions from people. Some of them used to call that, is that any other kind of a species of dog only, or some used to say that it's a baby seal. Some other days it's a squirrel only, or some of them used to ask that was that a walrus, any walrus or anything else. Some of them resembled it to a small hippo, and some used to say a beaver, a bear cub, a leopard, what not. Means many, as much people used to be there, that much guesses were there, different guesses were there, and he used to giggle only, he used to laugh only on their guesses, as Maxwell told us. However, whatever it is, but we all in all we come to know about otters only, that otters are intelligent kind of animals, and they are friendly and fun loving animals which needs our love definitely. And we have enough of examples from the story which tells that they need to be loved, and they are so intelligent creatures. Other than that, we have seen that they used to create their own games also. They are fun loving and intelligent, that could observe also how it just turned the tap once, and on the other way when it was not able to turn the tap in a right way, it got irritated also. Apart from that, when in the plane it found himself in so much crowd and in new environment only, it got afraid also. So while it came back to author, it started lovingly nuzzling the face and neck of the author. It was quite attached to his master also. So all in all, it is told through the story to us that otters are loving creatures, lovely creature also.